Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Madsen, and today we're reading Nehemiah 3 through 4. Pray like it's up to God, then act like it's up to you. Please read today's daily walk if you haven't already. It includes one of my life verses about anxiety and worry, which I tend to do a lot of. It also reminds me of one of my favorite jokes about the guy who is drowning and prays to God for help. A canoe shows up and offers to save him. No, thank you, he says. God will save me. Then a ship shows up. No, thank you, he says. God will save me. A helicopter offers to lift him up from above. No, thank you, he says. God will save me. Well, then the man dies. When he gets to heaven, he says, God, why didn't you save me? God says, I sent you a canoe, a ship, a helicopter. What more do you want from me? But I digress. Nehemiah is a great example of taking action after presenting your request to God. Not doing it without God, but not doing nothing either. Love double negatives. Clear as mud, right? I hope that makes sense. I love using humor every now and then when I can. I also want to mention the East Gate, which is in Nehemiah 3:29, shared about in our insight today. That is known as the place where Jesus will come through when he returns. This is a little long, but here's some more info, and I am including a photo in the email and the Facebook group of the East Gate. The East Gate and the return of Jesus. The gate that looketh toward the east, and the glory of the Lord came into the house by the way of the gate, whose prospects is toward the east. Then he brought me back to the outer gate of the sanctuary, which faces east, and it was shut. And he said to me, This gate shall remain shut. It shall not be opened, and no one shall enter by it. For the Lord, the God of Israel, has entered by it. Therefore it shall remain shut. Only the prince may sit in it to eat bread before the Lord. He shall enter by way of the vestibule of the gate, and shall go out by the same way. The Golden Gate was located in the east wall of Jerusalem. It was one of 11 entrance gates into the city. Notice in the picture that I'm including that this gate is sealed shut. It was sealed up in the 16th century AD. A little background on the East Gate of Jerusalem. The East Gate was walled up by its Muslim conquerors, the Ottoman Turks, in 1530 AD. Notice also the cemetery that has been planted in front of it. Many believe this was done to prevent the entrance of the Jewish Messiah through that gate, as was foretold by known Old Testament prophecies. However, Ezekiel prophesied the shutting of this gate itself around 600 BC, that it would be shut, quote, because the Lord, the God of Israel, hath entered in by it, therefore it shall be shut. Jesus entered Jerusalem through the East Gate around 30 AD, long before it was blocked by the Ottomans, as he came down from the Mount of Olives and entered the temple, according to our understanding of Luke 19:28 through 48. He would have entered through the original gate in the wall, which was destroyed with the city by the Romans in 70 AD. Ezekiel says concerning this closed gate that the prince, which the Messiah is often called throughout the Old Testament and Jesus is called in the New Testament, shall enter it again. Jesus, having entered the city, said that he would not be seen again until Jerusalem acknowledges him. That is in Matthew 23:37 through 39. The Eastern Gate is presently considered by the Arabs to be their exclusive property. It is sealed up and blocked off. However, one day the Messiah will land on the Mount of Olives with all his saints and walk down to and right through the Eastern Gate and into the temple area. And that is from a website that I found containing Bible history that I just wanted to share with you about why it's so important and why Jesus will come through that gate when he comes back. Has anyone been there to see it? Feel free to share about it if so. Definitely on my bucket list. Tomorrow is a day to relax or a day off or a day to catch up with some of those paper clips, which is totally fine. Happy reading!